This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim pass the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sob like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Knicks got a good win last night versus the Utah Jazz. They got to turn right around and do it again versus the Denver Nuggets. Another, I don't know if you want to call the Utah Jazz a high-powered team, but the Denver Nuggets are definitely a high-powered team, ladies and gentlemen. It's a back-to-back. The Nuggets haven't played for a couple of days. They should have fresh legs. We'll see what the Knicks can do tonight. Let me get Steph in the building. Steph, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Sam. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Right.
What you think about the game last night?
I like this, Sam. I thought the defensive intensity was there.
Mm-hmm.
I heard you talking the other night about the defensive scheme. I thought I saw them pressing up and defending the 3-point line more, as opposed to, like you said, laying back in the key and being late when they try to close out.
Yeah.
There was a lot of empty space in the middle of that key, though.
It was.
But I thought they did better. Some mistakes, but I think overall the energy was there. I think our transition defense has to get better, right? There's many aspects to defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And our transition defense is the bottom of the league. We gave up 12 turnovers and 20 points off of those turnovers. They had 20 turnovers. We only got 8 points off of it.
Right.
So we got it. We turn the ball over. Even if we don't do it a lot, they capitalize over almost every one. So we got to get better with transition defense. But think about where we were. To go into Utah, and beat them, to play all 4 quarters the way they played, to get the contributions they got from the bench, Brunson looking like Brunson in that 4th quarter down the stretch, and Julius Randle and quickly allowing him to be instead of, trying to go for it. It was a good thing to watch. And Cam, for his 2nd game in a row, not because RJ was in foul trouble, just being assertive on the offensive end. Yeah. So let's see if we turned the corner.
Yeah.
Let's see.
How do you feel about the rotation being cut to 9?
Sam, that's what I said. I said, we got to shorten this road. It had ballooned to 11 to try to get, Grimes a few more minutes. And I remember saying, we need to shorten this rotation. We need some defensive chemistry, and we need to focus on our best defensive. But now RJ and Randall, what you going to do? You got to play them regardless.
Right.
But focus on it. 28's out the rotation. I'm okay with that. I think Grimes will be back, though, because the organization believes in him. Tibbs believes in him. It's hard for me to think he's out of the rotation for the entire season.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah, I like it, too. I think it allows the guys to just get a little bit more comfortable out there on the floor. It's probably easier for Tom Thibodeau to manage, you know, and as he gets used to this 9-man rotation, possibly 10 with Quentin Grimes, he knows, he doesn't have to think about or worry about, this guy or that guy didn't get minutes. Let me just plug him in for a couple minutes here. Here's my rotation. These are the minutes you're getting, and we're going to rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think it is a good thing. It's definitely
and more minutes too. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and,
right, and more minutes. More minutes for Cam. Definitely. RJ's going to play some more minutes now, I think. I don't know if Derrick Rose is going to play more minutes. Probably Emmanuel Quickly would play more minutes as well.
Right.
right? So those Fournier minutes would be split up between those three guys, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see how those rotations pan out, just who he plays when, within that 9-man rotation. But
Right.
I was glad to see them come out the way they came out, get the win last night. There's still holes in the defense that they got to work through.
Right.
There are sometimes I was talking about it last night, and I did it in my 5 takeaways. Sometimes I think there's too much switching for no reason. I
Right.
think that's part of what Tom Thibodeau does because, you got RJ 6'6", Cam 6'8", Randall 6'8". With those three
Right.
guys, you can kind of switch everything. And I just feel like sometimes they rely on it too much. Sometimes you just got to rock with your man, stay with your man. Because
Right.
I feel like it causes confusion. But when I look back at, I was trying to find a couple of clips last night when they were switching, and I couldn't find them. I couldn't point right to it. So then I said, well, maybe they're not switching as much as I think they are. And it's just when I see it, it bothers me. Maybe it's that.
Right.
So I'm going to pay attention to it tonight. See how much they're really switching and write down times when I see them switch. But good game last night. Tonight, the Denver Nuggets are coming off of what? Maybe not playing for 2 or 3 days. The Knicks are on
Sunday.
Sunday. They played on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks are on the second half of a back-to-back. That's one reason why I did think Tom Thibodeau should have kept Obi out there a little bit longer, to give Julius Randle some more rest since you're on you were on the first leg of a back-to-back and you're in high altitude. You know what I mean?
Right.
I thought with Obi playing good, I thought it would have been a good time to maybe just let Randle get a couple extra minutes until Obi really needed to come out the game. But
Agreed.
he put Randle back out there, and I do want to give Randle kudos, like you said. There were times, and Greg in the chat last night was, Randle was mad because, he wasn't the star of the show and it was Brunson. I disagree because if Randle was mad at that, he had a couple of opportunities to take the ball and say, move, let me do my thing. And he didn't, right? He gave the ball right back to Brunson. You know what I mean?
Can I add something there, Sim?
Yep.
There was one possession in the fourth quarter where Quickly had the ball. Randall went right over to Quickly, asked for the ball, and when Quickly gave it to him, he swung it to Brunson and got out the way.
Yep. So, I don't know. Some people want to run with those narratives. You know what I mean?
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Yeah, it's gonna be out right. It's gonna be out there. What you gonna do? Tonight, obviously for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson remains out. For the Denver Nuggets, Jokic is out. That's big.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon is questionable. Bones Highland is doubtful because I think he's in protocol. Right. So, they're going to have some guys that are out tonight, especially Jokic. That's their MVP caliber player. The Knicks got to take advantage.
Yep.
Now, you have a chance to win your first 2 games on this road trip, come out of it 8-7, you know what I mean? And then the next 3 games that you have, the Golden State Warriors are below 500 right now. OKC, you just lost to them, but they're a team that can be up and down. Right. Then you got the Phoenix Suns. So you'll have some chances. This is a game that I think the Knicks they really got to get it, in my opinion. With them having some guys out.
Yeah.
We will, we'll see. Looking at the starting lineups for tonight, you got Jalen Brunson for the Knicks, Cam Reddish, RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, and iHeart. And for the Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr. If Aaron Gordon plays, Aaron Gordon. And then at center, I'm assuming they go with DeAndre Jordan. Right. What do you think about those matchups there? Who matches up with who, in your opinion?
Maybe Reddish gets Michael Porter Jr. Barrett may start out on him, but maybe, I think from the start, Reddish should just take the best wing player. I think that's how we should start every game.
I agree. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Just have that kind of be the base. That's
the base. Correct.
Be the base. Reddish takes that guy. Obviously, there's going to be some switching, and you'll get caught on this guy or that guy. But yeah, let Reddish take the best wing player.
Yep, no
Yeah.
doubt about it. That Brunson Murray matchup is gonna. How tall is Murray? He's about 6'4".
Yeah, I think
Is
he's
he a
like
big guy?
6'4". Yeah, I think he's like 6'4".
Yeah, so that should be interesting. Um, Randall and Gordon, I expect Randall to win that matchup, and iHeart and DeAndre Jordan, who's a little long in the tooth right now. I expect
Yeah.
iHeart to win to win that
Right.
battle as well. What I will say for all of these matchups though, Sim, when your best player goes down, there's more usage for other guys.
Exactly.
And they try to, they have egos, not even just egos, they trying to win as well. So they're gonna step up.
Right.
So Caldwell Pope may give you a little bit more than you thought he would give you, right? So in all of these matchups, you got to be ready because any one of these guys are going to step up in his absence.
Yeah. And that's what I'm concerned about, specifically Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. Last game, Michael Porter Jr. versus the Bulls had 31 points. He was 11 for 16 from the field and 6 for 9 from the three-point line. I think he's shooting something like 48% from the three-point line right now. I don't know how sustainable that is, but he's hot right now. You know what I mean?
Who is that? I'm sorry.
Michael Porter Jr.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, he's hot right now from that line. So, whether or not it's sustainable, I don't even know if it matters if he's coming into this game hot. Yeah, he's shooting 48. He's shooting 48.3% from the 3-point line, and he's taking 7.4 attempts per game. So, whoever's guarding him really has to be aware. And I think right now the Knicks, I think that's at the top of their mind, 3-point shooting of other teams because they've been scorched on so many occasions. Obviously, it's all over social media, and I'm sure Tom Thibodeau and the coaching staff, they've talked about it, in the locker room, so on and so forth. So I think it's definitely on the top of their minds. You know what I mean? And they are going to look to defend that 3-point line. You know what I don't like? Well, first of all, I am concerned about Jamal Murray because the ball is going to be in his hands a lot more now that Jokic is not there. Right? So it's going to give him a chance to create, give him a chance to score a little bit more. I think he's averaging 16 points a game and like 4 assists on the season. But tonight I would expect that he's going to take a lot more shot attempts and the offense is going to run through him. Right? So Jalen Brunson is really going to have to be on his game. Any chance that R.J. Barrett guards Jamal Murray and Jalen Brunson guards Kentavious Caldwell-Pope? Even though Caldwell Pope is a little taller than even Jamal Murray, I think he's 6'5", but he may be less of a threat offensively than Jamal Murray. He's averaging 11.8 points per game right now. He's shooting 54% from the 3-point line, and he's taking 4.6 attempts per game.
Wow.
What's going on? What's going on with these guys, man?
I could still see that though. I could still see that. You could shoot a 3 over Brunson, but most guys, if you're closed out and you're right there, won't pull up. They'll either pass it or attack the closeout. So he may be okay even if he's given up inches. Now, if these are pull-up threes, that's that's a different story. I'm not that high on RJ Barrett's defense. I'm really not. I think with Murray gives him a taller player, maybe a little length, against them. But RJ Barrett really dies on those screens.
Yeah.
And that's the issue. At least Brunson will fight over a screen. He has his physical limitations, but he will fight over a screen.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I don't think RJ's played well defensively this year at all. And he's coming into this game probably still kind of sick.
Right.
I don't know how much that impacted his game last night, but he there were times where I thought he looked a little tired. And I mean, he normally doesn't get a lot of lift anyway, but man, he was missing
Right.
layups last night.
Yeah.
And all I could do is say he's sick. So I'm gonna let it be.
Right.
I'm gonna let that be the reason, because I was getting a little frustrated. Like, come on, RJ, you got to convert these layups, man. You know, he was. I mean, even on the fast break last night, though, the Knicks weren't good on the break.
3-on-1s.
3-on-1s. You know, just bobbling the ball, not catching the ball, passing it late.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
all kinds of things. You know, they got to clean up some things a little bit in order to beat a team like Denver. Because even without Jokic, Denver is still a good basketball team.
Yeah.
You know, still a good basketball team without Jokic. So,
Yeah.
you know, you know, the Knicks, they got to come into this game focused. I don't like the Aaron Gordon and Julius Randle matchup. Not that Aaron Gordon's going to score a lot of points. I think defensively he gives Julius Randle problems. You know, he can be physical. Like Randle likes to out physical some guys sometimes, right? You know, he'll penetrate to the basket, and a lot of times it's just he's so big and strong. You know, he's gonna knock you out the way. He can't do that with Aaron Gordon,
Right.
because Aaron Gordon is just as big and strong as him, and he's a good defender. So you know, I don't know. You know, there's a chance that Randle could have a bad shooting night tonight, I think. You know, with that kind of defense on him, we'll see where it goes. I mean, he's been shooting well the past few games. You know,
Right.
he's really been shooting well from the field. Even last night, I think he shot well from the field. I think he was like 45% from the field last night, 33% from three. So it wasn't terrible.
Right.
But
Right.
going into last night's game, he had been shooting well. But I just don't like this matchup defensively. You know, I just feel like he has the ability to be physical with Randle, and you know, make it tough for him. You know, so we
Is he hitting threes? Is he
Aaron,
taking
let's see.
yeah.
Aaron Gordon, at the moment, he's averaging 14.5 points a game, 6.8 rebounds, and he's shooting it at 31%. He's taking like 2.7 attempts per game, 31%. So defensively, Randle should be able to be okay. I just worry about him defending Randle.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. Let me get to a phone call real quick. Caller, you live. Tell me your name and where you're from, please.
Hey, what's going on? It's Ali from Buffalo, but I'm in Atlanta right now. How you feel, Brody?
I'm good, man. How you feeling, Ali? I feel good. How about you?
I'm good, Brody. I'm good. Just calling this, you know, I think with this team, like, I think we're getting frustrated because I feel like we feel like we're in the in-between. And I know everybody want to fire Tibbs, but I think what he's doing right now actually is helping us. Like, when you take Evan Fournier out of a lineup, like, that lets me know you worried about development. You know what I'm saying? You care, because you could play Evan, try to get a 7 seed, but if you just gonna play our players and really let us get a groove going forward and really get a chance to see what we got, then to me, Tibbs is doing a good job. Like, he's showing that he coaching for his life for real. Like, he breaking all the, hey, I'm just this kind of coach and I can only coach this kind of way. And he's trying to show us something. Now, he got to show me more Obi minutes. Like, I don't care how you do it last night. I felt like iHeart had a horrible game. Like, I don't think nobody really talks about bro when he has a bad game, but last night was bad. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Obi could have absorbed a lot of those minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't think iHeart was really helping us last night at all. And when Obi showing you that he making good passes in the lane, rebounding the ball, like jumping, like he took pride in those rebounds last night, didn't he? Like, he was snagging. Like, my boy wasn't playing last night.
He was snatching those rebounds last night.
You know what I'm saying? My boy was snagging last night. And I even saw Obi go up to him, not Obi, but quickly walk up to him like in the break, and I could read the lips good. He was like, look, play defense, box out. So everybody around Obi know what he got to do to be on the court. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows, bro. Tibbs got to figure that out. But to me, besides that, he's doing a relatively good job. Like, minus that, and I guess nobody's perfect. And like you said, the defensive thing we figuring out. And like you said, the game before we saw a lot of switching, of like unnecessary amount of switching. This game we look forward, hardly see switch when you got to. Like I think my boy Tibbs ain't like is he a top 5 coach, top 10 coach in the league, and everybody just want to get rid of him? Like he's showing things to me. Like if we evaluating the coach,
Okay.
he on the hot seat.
And you know what? People, every time the Knicks have a really, really bad game, people get upset with Tibbs and talk about, him making adjustments and things like that. He's made adjustments this year throughout the season so far, right? And last night was another example. He cut the rotation. And to your point, you say, he could play Fournier and fight for a 7 seed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he might feel not playing Fournier is giving the Knicks the best chance to get a 6 seed, 7 seed, or whatever it is.
Hey, and I'm good with that because you've seen our guys play. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because for me, Tibbs plays to win. He's not into all this other stuff. He's playing to win. So he's going to put the guys on the floor that he thinks is going to make him successful. And right now,
that's fair. That's fair. But what I'm looking at is because even with Rose, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I think he's making the adjustment. Like I don't care. Like you should be trying to win a championship. You should be trying to be like a top seed in your conference. I don't think you should be trying to make the play-in. Let your talent get you there or don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like your talent should get you there. You shouldn't be trying to do it. No. You know what I'm saying? So if it's our talent's just rising like above, then that's hard. Like that's good. That means our young guys just getting better, and Evan Fournier getting it every day in practice as he should. Like as he should. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no
so
doubt.
I'm happy with what we got going, but I do want to like I always try to take like win or lose. Me, I'm more so worried about what I'm seeing from players. Cam is rising to the top. Like he making it to where RJ got to tighten up because, like you were saying, bro. Like okay, yesterday he was sick, but I remember a week ago, watching the game and like, why RJ smoking all these layups? Was he sick then too? Like my boy smoked so many layups. It's like I don't get how you fix that. Like that's one of the most like I feel like it's a rare thing to see. Somebody have the ability to get to the cup and then smoke it.
Well, part of it with RJ to me is he doesn't have a lot of lift. So I think now he's always shooting over top of arms, outstretched arms, But Ali, I appreciate your time. Thank you for your call.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, my man. Thank you. I seen in the chat somebody, I don't remember exactly who it is. They said, I think it's me. He said, I need to see Randall. He said, I need to see Randall in the pinch post, low block, and pick and roll more. Tell him to stay off the perimeter. Tonight would be the night to really do that too, I think. You know what I mean? Because Aaron Gordon's gonna, he knows that Julius Randle's been knocking it down from the perimeter. The last 5 games, Randle was shooting 42.5% from 3. So I'm gonna tell you what, he's gonna continue to shoot that 3 tonight. You know what I mean? But having Aaron Gordon, who he's gonna play defense all over the floor, it may be best for Julius Randle to get in the post, right? Bang a little bit and get to that line tonight. You know what I mean? Because if you get in the post, you're going to have chances to go to the line. What do you think about what It's Me just said, Steph?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think he's shooting okay from the 3-point line, but if it was up to me, he don't ever have to take another 3-point shot. I'll be okay. Every time he pulls up for that 3-point shot, I'm like, here we go. And and at the end of the game, he shot 50% one of them games. But for me, it's like whenever I see it, I'm like, oh Lord. So, but I like him. In those 3 spots that he's talking about. I think he's very effective. What I don't like is sometimes he be right there in the post, turn around and go up. And at the last minute, he looking for somebody. You right there. Pump fake, get the foul. But he's quicker. He's making faster decisions. And I love him in that area of the court.
Exactly.
I really do.
Yeah, I do too. Because, when he's out on the perimeter, he's thinking too much still. You know, I think he's going quicker, like you said. He's making quicker decisions. But like last night on a fast break, he got the ball popped out from behind. And, you know, I've seen people say, hey, you know, who's communicating? You're supposed to let them know. All right, I get that. But when Randall got the ball, okay, he got the rebound and he cleared it, right? He cleared out of traffic. And if you looked up the sideline, Cam Reddish was open up the sideline. Advance it up the floor, and then let whatever else is going to happen. Instead, Randall went to the center of the floor, and he wasn't even being selfish looking to score. He's looking to see what the best option is, or to see if he can make the play, you know, for someone to get a bucket, right? But sometimes the best play is just making the pass that leads to the pass.
Right.
You know, he could have got it up the court to Cam Reddish and then let Cam Reddish make a play. You know, and sometimes you can see him looking and still some, you know, trying to figure out can I make the play that's going to lead to the score? And it doesn't always have to be that. Right. You know what I mean?
And not just that, Sam. Count. Look.
Right.
If you think that when you got the ball and you drove down, what do you think? They went home? You thought they went to sleep? They coming behind you. I mean, exactly. Come on, you look and you don't see a lot of whatever jerseys they were wearing. You know?
Right. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's only 2 jerseys. It's a couple people behind me. Let me make a move. Let me do something.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He like early Daniel Jones in the pocket. Like you can't feel that.
Right. Yeah, for real, man. Looking at the team comparison for tonight, the Knicks coming to the game averaging 115 points per game. You know, listen, I like that number, 114.9, but you know, that's a good number. If they can get it together on the defensive side, they'll be okay. 47.1 rebounds, 24.4 assists, 14 turnovers, 7.1 steals, 4.8 blocks. They're shooting the ball 45.6% from the field, 32.6% from three, and they're knocking down 78.6% of their free throws. They're 9th in pace at 101.49.
Wow.
Okay, that's pretty good. Offensive rating is 11.5. That's 18th, and their defensive rating is 113.1. That's 23rd in the league. Hopefully, that's going to change soon. Because they, you know, if they're going to win some games, they need it to change soon. But for the Nuggets, they're averaging 117.1 points per game, 44.2 rebounds, 28.9 assists. We'll see how much that's impacted tonight because Jokic is out. 14.9 turnovers, 7.6 steals, 3.8 blocks. They're shooting 50.4% from the field and 42.3% from the three-point line. And that's number 1 in the league. Now, they're only taking like 31 attempts, but still, they're shooting a high percentage from the three-point line. Free throws is 74.8. They're 11th in the league in pace at 101.15. 3rd in offensive rating at 115.9. And they're 24th in defensive rating at 113.3. This could be a high-scoring game. If neither team's going to come out and play defense, it could be a high-scoring game. They're 9-4 in the season. They're undefeated at home right now. I think they're 4-0, something like that. And just out of the numbers that I read off, and then anything else you have, you know, any thoughts on these numbers?
I'm a little concerned about the 3-point field goal percentage. Like you said, they don't take enough, but they hitting 42.3%. Will this, because I'm sure it's on team's scouting report, you can get up some threes against this team. Right. And they're shooting it at a they got to be at least top half, maybe even top 10 in the league, right? In 3-point shooting percentage.
Number 1.
So number 1.
They're number 1 in percentage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think they're gonna make a concerted effort to get up more shots, and the Knicks have to be ready for that. I mean, we looked okay last game. But we can't regress. You know, we have to stay on it, you know? So that stands out. And also the pace. We're what? They're 9th. We're 9th and they're 11th.
And they're 11th. Yeah.
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 You know what, Sam? I thought I forgot what game it was. I was like, maybe we played slow these past few seasons for a reason. Like there was a time when I was like, maybe we need to go back to playing slow. We
Right.
turning the ball over. Our transition defense is not good. Maybe we need to decrease our pace a
Yeah.
little bit. I did think that in one of these games.
I was thinking about that last night, and then I heard
I think it was last night.
somebody, whoever, say something on the telecast too afterwards. I was thinking about that, like maybe that's the reason why Tom Thibodeau played slow.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, maybe that helped the defense. You know what I mean? Because it forced other teams to slow down a little bit too, and the Knicks maybe play better when the game is slow. You know,
Right.
unfortunately, with this team, it's going to be, you know, we'll see if they can get the defense together, but it feels like, you know, maybe it's going to be one or the other. You either play up-tempo and your defense ain't as good and you're turning the ball over more, or you play slow and plotting and your defense is better, you know, and your defense is better, you know, and your turnovers are better. We'll see if they can get it together, though.
Let's see.
Yeah. There was something I was going to point out. I forgot what it was. Can't remember it now. It was something about, I don't know if it was about pace or what it was, but I guess it'll come back to me. You know, at some point, I guess it'll come back.
Sorry
to me.
about that for butting in about the whole pace thing.
I don't even have a clue as to what it was, so it must not have been that big of a thing. You know what I'm saying? I think in order for the Knicks to win tonight, they've got to, one, they got to stay focused and come in. I know what it was. There we go. I know what it was. Against the Jazz, a lot of their threes were off the dribble. Right? There were some open threes from passing, but there were a number of them that were off the dribble. I don't think Denver's going to do that tonight. I think their threes are going to come off of passing.
That's going to be harder to cover.
Yeah, that's a lot harder to cover. So, I want to see. I don't know how many came off the dribble with Utah last night, but I know a number of them, especially in the fourth quarter. There were a lot of just dribble, and then pull up threes. Denver's going to play different. The ball is going to move. That's just how they play. The ball moving, boom, 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 and then shot. Now, we'll see if it looks any different tonight because Jokic is out, because a lot of what they do revolves around Jokic getting that ball top of the key, at the elbow area, and then people cutting and moving off him. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it looks tonight without Jokic out there on the floor. Looking at just some key matchups, I think, there's two key matchups tonight, in my opinion. You have R.J. Barrett and Michael Porter Jr., and now, again, I don't know if R.J. Barrett's going to be guarding Michael Porter Jr., but he's going to be one of your primary scorers tonight. He should be R.J. Barrett, and Michael Porter Jr. is one of their primary scorers. Now, Porter Jr. there's going to be a little more focus on him because Jokic is out, but he's coming into the game averaging 18 a game, 6.4 rebounds, 1.3 assists, shooting 49.7% from the field and 48.3% from the three-point line, 85% from the free throw line. RJ, 18.9 points per game. And let me bring that back because thing kind of skipped over on me. There we go. 18.9 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, 2.9 assists, shooting 41.6% from the field and 28.6% from the three-point line, 74% from the free throw line as well. We're going to need, I feel like tonight with Aaron Gordon guarding Julius Randle, it could be a tough night for him. Efficiency-wise, I think RJ's going to need to step in and be efficient, and maybe Cam Reddish will be able to step in. He's been finding his way into the offense. Right. You know what I mean? But there's one matchup to look forward to, and then Jamal Murray and Jalen Brunson. Jamal Murray tonight, without Jokic there, is going to have the ball in his hands. It's going to be his time to create and kind of be the man out there. He's averaging 16.2 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 43.8% from the field, 34.5% from three, 73.1% from the free throw line. Jalen Brunson, he's averaging just about 20 a game, 19.9, 3.5 rebounds, 6.9 assists, shooting 49% from the field, only 29% from three so far this season for Jalen Brunson. He's 87.7% from the free throw line. Just, I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but just breaking it down to this matchup here, do you think Jalen Brunson can have a repeat performance, or do we need him to have a repeat performance from last night?
Oh, I think we do. I think we do because with Joker not there, that's going to be more opportunities for those other guys, and they're going to step up and take the challenge. So we definitely need Brunson basically to play the way he played in the fourth quarter, and not necessarily the shot taking, but he commanded that offense. I'm going to take the shot, or I'm going to pass it to who I want to take the shot. Like he
Right.
was running the offense in that fourth quarter. And I think that's what we're going to need for most of this game because his decision making is on point, you know? So, yeah, we really need him tonight to play very well. How that looks, is that scoring? Is that passing and getting everybody involved? I don't know. But his fingerprint needs to be all over this game.
Yeah, without a doubt. I agree 100% because Jamal Murray's fingerprints is going to be on whatever the Nuggets do tonight.
Right.
His fingerprints are going to be all over that.
Right.
So yeah,
Sure.
I think Jalen Brunson needs to have a good game. I'd like to see him get going from three. Last night he was able to post up. Had Mike Conley is about the same size. You think he can do that to Jamal Murray? Murray's a little bigger, 6'4". I mean, he's shown he can post
Yeah.
up some bigger guys, but probably not
Yeah.
consistently though, right?
Right,
Tonight?
because he posted up. How tall is Beasley? He posted up Beasley for one or two possessions
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
As well. The thing with Brunson is he's strong, and he knows how to create space.
Yeah.
So when he turns around for that turnaround jump, he creates 2-3 inches between him and the person who's guarding him, and he puts his shot up high. So it's more about strength. That now, obviously, if you 6'7", 6'8", that's a problem. But if it's
Mm-hmm.
just a few inches, he might be able to.
Yeah. Yeah. That's gonna be he he's gonna make Jamal Murray work.
Right.
And you got to make Jamal Murray work. Don't let him just get loose on offense and not work. So he's going to make
Right.
Jamal Murray work, and that's what we're going to need. I think Cam Reddish could be an X factor tonight again if he can take up, if Randall's having an off night because of defense, if he can take up the scoring load, I think that'll be big. And then you have the bench units. Last night, the Knicks bench played well. I think they
Yep.
scored 39 points last night. Utah, their bench still scored 43, but they have established NBA players on that bench, the Utah Jazz do. And I think they came into the game last night averaging like 44 points, the bench. And that was number one in the league.
Right.
Right? When you look at the guys on the bench, Rudy Gay, I forgot who else is on their bench, but they have an established bench, and the Knicks bench last night competed with them, pretty good. And of course, we got guys who are less established, and Emmanuel Quickly, Obi Toppin, Jericho Sims, obviously Derrick Rose
Yeah.
is established in the league, and then it was a shorter bench,
Right.
shorter bench. Now you're going to have Cam Reddish, and RJ Barrett and Jalen Brunson playing a little bit with the bench, with it being a shorter lineup. So,
Right.
I think that helps a little bit. But looking at their bench, they have Bruce Brown. You remember him from being with the Nets, right? Like in their last game versus Chicago, he had 12 points and 11 rebounds. They have Christian Brown. I'm not really familiar with Christian Brown. They got Jeff Green, a crafty vet who can, at any moment maybe give you 15 to 20. DeAndre Jordan looks like he's probably going to start tonight. Then they have Davon Reed, Zeke Naji, and Vlatko Kankar, I think his name is. I'm not too worried about those guys there. It's really the Bruce Brown, Christian Brown, Jeff Green, those guys, and maybe one of those other guys kind of moving to the spot because Jokic is out.
Right. And what about Bones Highland? Is he Because he's a young guy, but he's played well for them at times as well.
He's doubtful tonight.
Okay.
Right. He's doubtful because I think COVID protocol.
Okay.
Yep. So Jokic is out. Bones Highland is doubtful. Aaron Gordon is questionable.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson is out tonight. So the bench is gonna have to come in and produce again. I think, especially being the second night of a back-to-back. I think the bench is gonna have to come in and really give some good minutes tonight, and I think they can. Emmanuel Quickly's been playing well lately. I like the way he's been playing.
I like the way he's been playing as well. And his defense is underrated.
Yeah.
When you look at him, I saw one possession, and if you follow him defensively, you'll see more of this. He was guarding his guy, cut off the drive. He did that for Sexton a few times. Sexton was trying to drive. He was able to cut him off. Ball went to the corner. He went over there to stop the drive of somebody else. That player passed it back to his guy. He ran back to his guy to contest the shot.
Yeah.
I mean, his defensive IQ is high as well.
Yeah. And whatever they talked about, holding each other accountable. You heard Ali earlier say he saw Emmanuel Quickly go to Obi and say, hey, we need you to box out, grab some rebounds. Obi had 9.6 rebounds last night in 18 minutes. That's good rebounding, I think.
Absolutely.
And maybe that team dinner that, helped them become more comfortable just with each other and feel like, what, I can't tell my teammate you got to get on the boards or, whatever it is that you have to do. You know what I mean? Right. And hopefully they continue to hold each other and themselves accountable that way.
Right.
Yeah. Jalen Brunson was asked last night who paid for the dinner. He didn't want to say who paid for it, but it was organized by Julius Randle. So, that's a good thing, showing some leadership out there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks play tonight at 10 o'clock. This is going to be a chance. There's some guys out. Might be a chance for the Knicks to pull off another win and go 8-7 on the season and have, 2 wins so far on this West Coast trip. What do you think? Any predictions for tonight, Steph?
I do think the Knicks win. I think it's close, though, but I do think the Knicks win. I think they're hungry. I think they know what they need to do. You can't tell me they didn't look at film today,
right.
What they need to shore up, defensively. But, yeah, I think the Knicks win.
Yeah, I think they can get this win tonight, too. The Denver Nuggets coming in fresh, but maybe they'll be a little bit rusty to start the game. The Knicks should take advantage of that if they can. They got to guard that three-point line, make sure they hit the boards, and, have some crisper, cleaner, fast breaks, too, when they get those chances. Because, last night was sometimes cringeworthy on those fast breaks. I'm like, come on, man, what are y'all doing? But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here because I got to get to practice myself. I appreciate you guys for joining in. Steph, any last words or reminders you want to give out to everybody?
I mean, go Knicks. I know you're going to be on tonight, Sam. I'm telling you right now, 1:30 in the morning. I don't know.
I'm going to be on, but man, it's going. I know.
Yeah, I know. I'll be on tomorrow morning, probably at 9 instead of 8. Probably at 9.
Yeah.
To give my thoughts on the game.
Okay. All right. Great. So make sure you guys check that out. Yellow M1 said RJ needs to learn how to play like a lefty. Like Luka. I mean, the two guys, 2 different skill sets, man. RJ's not Luka, so can't expect him to play like him. But ladies and gentlemen, appreciate your time. I'll see you later on. I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning after the game. Right? Maybe midnight, 12:30, something like that. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the